Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Money Mondays. I am Sorana, your hostess, and we are here on the May We Help You Radio Network. And we are here with one of my favorite ladies from the RVA. Her name is Bunny Young, and I've known her for the last couple of years. We met out networking, and I was always impressed with her knowledge and also the level of care that she has. Bunny is a business strategist, and she helps people have a better business by working on their feelings when they build up their business, and also by helping them consider their clients from a feelings perspective, not just from a money perspective. And I know we're here on a money show, so we will talk about her money stories. But the one thing that really impressed me about Bunny is the fact that she really does care, and she is posed to make a difference in the world through her nonprofit called Possible, which is set up to help raise awareness about service dogs and about people with special needs that can use service dogs. Her nonprofit is dedicated to helping those families of kids with special needs get and also train a service dog to help the child. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Bunny Young. Hi, Bunny. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Sorana. Thank you for having me.
I would like to ask you to please share a little bit about what you do, and also one thing that I'm really interested in hearing is why you're passionate about what you do.
So I love helping business owners and businesses make more money through connections with people. And so that's investing in their employees and in their teams, in themselves, and also in their clients. By focusing on the experience and the emotion and the culture that you create in your business, you can actually draw more clients by seeing them rather than a dollar sign, but more as a human being, and investing into their future and creating ultimately a better place. That's why we named it A Better Place Consulting, was creating a better place for the business owner to do more of what they want to do and what they're passionate about, as well as to connect with clients who can be passionate about the services that they provide.
I love that name, by the way. So let's get into your money story. And please share with the audience, what would you say is your biggest or most important money accomplishment?
I would say the biggest money accomplishment is in the nonprofit side, is being able to remove the barrier of money or part of that for families to be able to obtain and train their own service dogs, because it's a $27,000 to $30,000 investment for a family to get a service dog. I myself have one of those $30,000 service dogs, and I just appreciate the fact that rather than letting the price tag deter our family, that we were able to band together as a community and as a family and to invest in what the dog would provide to the quality of life for me, as well as in other families' instances with service dogs.
That is amazing. That dog is as expensive as a car. And I know the listeners will relate to that. So if you like a really nice car, new, there's your money for the dog.
Yes. My husband says that she's like my BMW, but I told him he has no idea how much a brand new, fully loaded BMW costs. But she is by all means fully loaded, and she's the luxury edition, and she is definitely one of the lights of our lives. So she's priceless, and that's really all I can say is that she enables me to be able to be here and to help more people. And what would you pay in order to have the quality of life that you desire? She's truly priceless.
That is absolutely true. Now, let's take a stroll down memory lane, and please share with our listeners, what would you say is one money memory from your childhood that sticks out if you think back?
Yeah, so you actually very intimately know this story, that my grandfather grew up in a poor Irish family. And so with his siblings, instead of getting souvenirs on trips, since that wasn't an option, his family made a huge deal about rocks and having rocks be this extremely valuable item that they would pick up on their vacations. And so as his grandchild, he continued this tradition with me. And we picked up thousands of rocks. And now my friends and family will help me with my rock collection. And it sounds so innate that, it's a rock, and it's something that has no value to anyone else. But it really helped me with my relationship with money, with understanding that value is something that you put into an item. Even if you are a consultant like myself and you're not necessarily buying a service, the time with me is worth value and being able to monetize that. And so, I could go on a $60,000 yacht vacation, but if I'm not going to have those moments that I can invest with my family, then it's really not worth that much. So that experience with my grandfather and growing up where money, the dollar sign, was not as important in our family as the value of your time and the memory that you create, really affected me personally as well as professionally. And that's what caused me to build the business that I'm doing today.
That is a very valid point, Bunny. Now, because you're talking about money as seen from a value perspective, what would you say that is maybe a lesson or your money mantra that you guide yourself by?
I would definitely say that it is to keep the faith. I mean, as far as money comes and money goes, and the more stress that you put on if money is going to be there, the more energy you're taking away from being able to focus on doing the things that actually you enjoy doing that bring you money, and that there's truly no value if you're unhappy. So those are kind of the guidelines that I have as far as money. And I'd love to say that I grew up in a household that really money wasn't a problem. And that's true to the extent that it's not that we had millions of dollars, but that it was never stressed upon that we couldn't have something because of money. It was just stress that hard work, intention would be able to bring you the things that you wanted in life, and that there was really no price tag that was ever focused on that.
Great values. Now, what would you say is the biggest thing that you got? Like when you wanted to, you had a goal to buy yourself something, or work hard to achieve a certain prize or something like that in a contest. What would you say is the biggest accomplishment for you that had a price tag?
My college education, that's a $200,000 price tag because I do have higher education and graduate degrees. And so that was a huge investment for our entire family to say, I'm going to put this money aside. But essentially what my entire family said with their support was that I was worth that. So I do think that you should continue learning at any price. And I think that the model now of having the massive open online courses to be able to have a better access to education and free education at that is truly something to be reckoned with. But where I was at as a young adult and in my career aspirations, I knew that there was a price tag to my education, and I believed that that was the best route to go about it. But that was probably the largest investment that I have paid out, and all of it for me and the potential of what it could bring for my family.
Okay. And what would you say is your biggest money challenge, whether it's in the past or something that you're currently dealing with?
I would say it was the lack of planning and the lack of valuing myself. So I would, in the past, I would try to, if somebody couldn't afford my services, or if a family couldn't afford the services for the company that I was working with, I would try to discount those rather than have them see the value of investing in it. And it's really one of my specialties now with clients is to be able to have them see the true value of what they're providing and the extent that it improves the quality of lives of the businesses or of the clients that they are working with. So that was definitely one of my biggest obstacles to overcome was to not have to apologize for the quality and value of myself and to assist others in realizing that. And that came through a lot of planning and a lot of intentional goal setting. And a lot of intentional conversations with both myself and with my team to help them see, well, essentially you're investing in something that you're not going to take home and touch and put on a shelf or anything like that. And you're investing a lot of money. But when you can quadruple the amount of money that your team and your business brings in through investing, that's seen as something as necessary as copy paper or as pens in your business. So that's definitely what I would say.
Okay, so you said that this is something that you've struggled with in the past and now you kind of figured out. How would you say you overcame that challenge? How did you manage to shift your mindset from, I want to help you, so I'm going to do it for less, to, I want to help you, but this is what I'm worth and this is why you should pay me?
It's definitely a rich mindset. I mean, and I know people think that that's probably in the monetary mindset, but it's not. What I provide is a very rich service, and it started with me. It started with being able to work with a mentor and understand I'm going to invest thousands of dollars into myself because I believe in what I do and I see what it worked. And I went back through and read client testimonials and looked at how much investing in myself had helped me grow as a person and my business grow as a business. And I use those experiences to share with other clients and with other communities about how you are more than what you think you're worth. And so it is truly a passion of mine to share that with other individuals. But investing in yourself is truly kind of a cultural barrier for a lot of us. We're the first ones to buy a $150 pet bed for our pets or to pay for, $60 dog food. But that time to take investing in yourself, and I'm not talking about manicures and pedicures and massages. I'm talking about your quality relationship with yourself and your belief and foundation that you are here for a purpose and that you are here to do whatever makes you happy, and identifying how to do more of that and how to make the most money that you want to make doing that, and to not apologize for being the best in your industry and truly believing that. And I think that's what a lot of my clients get and the workshop attendees get, is that sense of walking away and going, you know what, wow, I feel this energy to be able to help more people and I'm empowered to do this. I mean, you came to one of our workshops and it's unexpected in delivering the type of workshop that we deliver, but it's really truly to get you out of your box and you out of your way to just kind of break that ceiling and accomplish all of the things that you have the potential to do. And with that, it's to make as much money as you want to make. And that's not to be rich, but that's not the focus. It's to make a difference in whatever way you want to make. That's the tagline of A Better Place Consulting, is once you get to a better place, it's not to continue to work 80 hours a week, but it's to spend more time with your family or do whatever you want to do with your money, or to invest it back in yourself. However, that means making a difference. But it's that shift in the mindset that's the rich mindset. I would say that is the biggest difference and biggest obstacle that I overcame, was coming to a sense of, I am here on purpose and I'm here to make a difference and I have to make money in order to help other people do this. And so I'm going to work with those people who want to invest in themselves.
Great lesson. Now, you learned all of this, of course, throughout your career, but what's the one thing that you wish you had known, whether when you were 18 or at 21 or when you first entered the workforce, when you first started a career?
That's really simple, and it's exactly what we were just talking about. I wish that I had the confidence and the knowledge that I could have looked in the mirror and said, you're worth this, to not apologize for myself, to not try to make everybody else happy, and just really tried to make myself happy and do what made me happy, and not in a selfish way, but in a deserving way. I think far too many people try to make everyone happy, which is an impossible task. And the ironic thing is that if you are happy, like, you always have a smile on your face, Sarana. So when you come into a room, you make everybody happy just from making yourself happy. And so really, that's what I wish I could just stop myself and tell myself, is that you're worth it and you're going to make this difference. And it starts with you.
Great. Now, my last question, and this is a big one, so give it a little bit of thought. If you could hang out for 3 days with somebody of your choice, a millionaire or a billionaire, somebody really successful and that you admire, who would that person be and why, and what would you want to find out from them?
So from a personal standpoint, I can tell you my go-to answer would be my grandfather, because he drove not one, but 2 companies. And he went broke in the restaurant business and then made millions in the trucking business. And he knew less about trucking than he did about the restaurant business. But, so that's my selfish answer, because I feel like a lot of who I am and what I've learned is from my grandfather. And so if I had another 3 days to just study him, I feel like that would be fantastic. Plus, he's my grandfather, so I'd love to share with him. He never had a chance to meet his great-grandchildren, my children. But I know he's proud of me, and I know he's of every part of my business. And so I would probably say Mr. Rockefeller or Mrs. Kennedy, because they used their money in their communities, and Mr. Rockefeller within the business in order to invest into his clients. And he never deterred from the focus of where he wanted the company to go. He was always really clear about that, which made it really easy for employees to support that and really easy for clients to purchase from the company. And it takes a lot of strength to know where you're going and to stay on that course, regardless of what the industry is doing and what the world is doing, quite frankly. But they had what I would call the money mindset on purpose, and it was money for a purpose as well. It wasn't just to take over the world, which either of them, the Kennedy family, very well could have done with their money, but they did it intentionally. Things like the Special Olympics, all of those kinds of things were stuff that were important to them, so they made a difference through their money.
Great choice. Great choice. Now, with that, we're getting ready to close down the interview, but I would just like you to share how people can get in touch with you. So if anybody wants to learn more about A Better Place Consulting and get your services, or wants to support Possible, what do they need to do?
It's very simple. Almost everything on social media is Bunny Has 6 Legs. You can find Bunny Young on Facebook. I'm very happy to connect with you. abetterplaceconsulting.com, as well as facebook.com/abetterplaceconsulting. And Possible is possible.org, and Possible has 6 legs on social media. And if you find me or A Better Place or Possible on social media or Facebook, all roads lead to the other organizations. We really believe in this synergy throughout my personal relationship with both the for-profit and nonprofit, as well as using my for-profit platform to support knowledge of service dogs. So you'll see a lot of, even my profile picture has my service dog in it. So very much look forward to connecting with all of you.
And share how to spell Possible so people can find it.
It's super easy. We thought it was fantastic. It's PAW, PAWSSIBLE, just like the word possible, but with a paw at the front, because we believe that 4 paws make it possible.
Great. Thank you so much, Bunny. We love having you here, and hopefully you'll come back and talk to us again once we grow a little bit in episodes. And with that, we're heading to a commercial break, and we will be right back for our dictionary segment. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.